Web3 gaming is as many times, I don't think it's dying. I think it's just resetting, the great filter. So if you go through this filter and you make it alive, it means I think it's both things, creators, founders, to create the best content, the best games experience, and the best catalog boutique experience where we're able to display in a single unified platform that congregates the best of both. The game standards are not set by us, by Elixir. The game standards are set by Steam and by PlayStation, by Epic Games. And this product has been already over 5 years building. We've been able to make sure our technology is adopted by big enterprises which are validating that what we're doing is great.
All right, we're live here at the Solana Creator House, and I got one of the projects, the OG projects, that's been helping games launch. It's been helping games find discoverability. It's been building with an audience. It's been bringing games together. That is Carlos from Elixir. And man, he has been innovating in this space for quite some time. Between shoes, merch, I mean, what else has he done? We're gonna find out today. I brought him down here to the Solana Creator House to get all the juicy alpha. I've seen him around, he's been having events, he's been talking to people, but I want to know today what's been happening behind the scenes. I want him to tell us all the meetings he's had. Condense them into 15 minutes here with me today to find out what's happening. Carlos, thank you for coming down. Welcome to San Francisco. How's your week? How's San Francisco? Are you excited? Is Web3 gaming dead?
Well, that's a good question. First of all, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. Did you guys? Carlos is in the house, so Web3 gaming is as many times, I don't think it's dying. I think it's just resetting. So there is a reset happening right now, or like on how astrophysics is called the great filter. So if you go through this filter and you make it alive, it means you might be the next big thing in gaming, Web3 gaming. So yeah, that's what I think, man. It's crazy, but I don't think it's dying. There are many talented founders working and pushing very hard. So yeah, of course, yeah.
You're hearing it here. It's just a reset. It's just something, part of the roller coaster that Web3 gaming gives you. Carlos, tell me, you're here at GDC. What is the chatter? What are you looking to do here this week? Where are you talking? Who are you talking to about Elixir?
So there is a bunch of conversations I'm having with multiple investors that we have investor relationships. We manage those investor relations during this event, as well many customers, enterprise customers that we meet and we chat. Upcoming potential deal formation conversations with other enterprises, which they not only benefit Elixir games, but also benefit the entire Web3 gaming industry, which is amazing. If any of those contracts happen, they are very big and they're big news to shake in the industry. So like the ones we've done in the past. So yeah, that's what we are here for. We recently moved to San Francisco as well. So we, as part of myself with the rest of core team members are here. So we are just 1 hour drive to San Francisco downtown. And that's what's up with Elixir Games here. We hosted as well as an event. You came here to this event we hosted. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it's unreal. So we are very happy to be in this week.
Yeah, man, I think it's been great to see, the Elixir in real life, Elixir on socials, everything. Every time I've been at a conference, Elixir has done something different. You guys have been very innovative in the space. Last time at Breakpoint, it was the shoes with the NFTs. It was a great campaign that we have not seen that way executed in gaming, at least. Now you guys are here in San Francisco with the big tech giants. I'm sure there's a lot of chatter. It's great to hear and it's great to see because like you just said, it's here to help the whole space. Because I think essentially if we're ever going to grow, if we're going to be out of this bubble, we have to work together. And I don't even think that there should be walls between chains, right? I think it's all of us trying to figure out how we work together to bring Web3 gaming to the masses. Carlos, what is something right now in 2025 that Elixir is looking to challenge? Is there something on the roadmap right now that you are like, this is something we want to accomplish, no one's been doing it? Or is it some sort of obstacle that you're seeing in the space?
I see a bunch of obstacles, but one of the things we've been working very hardly over the last months is we were predicting this big reset was going to come, which involved a big list of many game titles going bankrupt and saying, okay guys, we're a Web3 game. we can't continue this path, so we are not going to be able to survive. So we were predicting that the offering is going to be way less and way stricter than what it used to be a year ago. So we've been working in our product in the games launcher in a way that is, instead of a game launcher marketplace like Steam, a boutique where we don't need to have, like, we used to have over 150 games. Now we redesign the whole platform user experience, so we just have around 10 to 30 games only, and not only the games that they're going to make it alive, the games that they're worth to be displayed there, and the user experience is just around those core loops of the platform to multiply the experiences and engagement plus the retention that we offer. So this is something that we've been very, I would say, savvy on. So we could create the new, so we could be part of this leading reset and this new filter of games that they're going to make it alive and succeed. They will be very benefited because they're going to be at the same level as other really talented games that they're going to be able to make it. So one of the things that while doing this we've encountered is many games lack of eyes from content creators, and I see that many content creators in the space, they also need to go to this reset. It's not only about the games. So content creators, they need to catch up with as well the best content and not the best deals. And that's very important because the games that are going to make it alive, they need that content. And if content creators are not able to adapt to those level of supports, we are as well starting to see right now AI agents, which are replacing KOLs. So that's as well an important factor, because the same way that we see potential games happening and this drives innovation for those game founders to push to the limits, content creators are going to need to as well push to the limits to really showcase the best content out there instead of picking up the best deals that they only incentivize their pockets. And I think it's both things, creators, founders, to create the best content, the best games experience, and the best catalog boutique experience where we're able to display in a single unified platform that congregates the best of both. So that's pretty much, I would say, what we've been working on over the last month and what we've been able to identify as obstacles, issues around the path that we've been having.
So I got to ask the $1 million question. When is it going to be live? When are we going to be able to check this out?
So end of this month, I'm going to celebrate my birthday making this live.
Hey, there we go, guys. Only here, you heard it, the alpha. Now we just got to find out when his birthday. I might have to ID him in a little bit in case we go for drinks, and then I'll let you know when his birthday is. But Carlos, that is great to hear. I love that you guys are constantly looking at cutting edge technology, ways to help the space. Understanding the space is also very important. You mentioned of the way that the sentiment, the way of the games currently funding. 2025 is a massive year, right? I think 2025, we should see some pretty big game releases. We've been currently in year 3 or 4 of some of the big VC fundings that happened back in 2021. I think it's a pivotal year for us also for Web2 game developers, publishers, to finally see what Web3 gaming is about as these games are finally fully ready to be launched. Where do you see us making sure that we are best positioned to be able to display the product that we want? How are you guys also making sure that you guys are going to be able to capture this new curious gamer that might be interested in finding about crypto?
Yeah, so from our perspective, our main focus is, besides doing technology and infrastructure, which is just tooling for games, making sure the user experience of the end users are at the level of the game standards we have right now. The game standards are not set by us, by Elixir. The game standards are set by Steam and by PlayStation, by Epic Games. Anybody that wants to play a game, they go through those channels, distribution channels. So by introducing Web3 technology, which makes things more complicated, from secret seeds, secret phrases, and transactions on chain, all of that, Web3 words and technology that they bring complexity, we have a huge barrier of entry. So what we've been building is this product has been already over 5 years building, and the way I say this is always the same: won't stop, can't stop, because what we are making here is making sure the flow is in constant iteration to be redefined and refined at the same time. So redefine because there is new tooling appearing. We have new technology, new type of transactions, new type of protocols, etc. And then we got refinement, which is based on the things that they are really live, stable, how we can make sure the user experience adapt to these market standards. So we've been trying to compress this in the technology stack, which is Elixir Games platform is just what you see as a demo of our tools. But then this tech stack is also being distributed and licensed to other big enterprises, which the more we are able to capture and those contracts make them public, it's a big win, not for Elixir Games, it's for the industry. So those are contracts that they refer to huge publishers in the market, huge brands that they really have a strong market dominance and market position in the traditional gaming industry, but they're willing to navigate with trusted partners like us that we've been working with other enterprises, and they trust and rely on our technology to be enterprise-grade solutions. So yeah, in a nutshell, iterations, refinement, and redefine the product to match the needs of the end user for matching the market standards in the market, which again, not set by us, set by the big guys, and being able to make sure our technology is adopted by big enterprises, which are validating that what we're doing is great. Because this is very important. When we're working with enterprises and with big partners, is great than having validations of other third-party investors. Let's say that when an investor gives you a bunch of money, like a big bag of money, they are investing as well on the return of investment. When an enterprise gives you a bunch of money, they're investing in a technology that might solve their problem. And they have big problems. And most of that is either saving their time or giving them more revenue streamlines. So when you have market validation from the enterprise sector, it means you are doing the right steps towards a feasible, sustainable solution that is good for them, but at the same time is good for the niche nascent industry we are working on, which is Web3 gaming. It's a niche within a niche.
Yeah, I think, man, to unpack the statement here and unpack what you're saying, you're really looking at an overall growth of Elixir. You're really looking at overall understanding of the user feedback, right? I think it's very important, the user feedback, and I think you're accounting to that, and you're saying, hey, how does this actually grow outside of this bubble, right? Because that is actually the main issue right now. We are stuck in a bubble, right? And it's how do we expand the bubble to be in an outside nature? How do we go outside to the other Web2 users that want to be? But be able to see, be on the same language as them as what they see now, right? If I go in Elixir right now, I could say that it's a game discoverability website right now, very much like my Steam and Epic. So you are talking to me in the same way that a typical gamer would talk. Now, the education aspect of Web3 gaming, the crypto gaming, that's the added layer that makes some of these games enhance the experience. But it also depends on, like you said, the standard, that standard of what it needs to be. Man, San Francisco, you moved down to San Francisco, you're at GDC. Any other events that you're going to look at the coming year that you want to go to? Are you looking at more Web2 events? Are you looking more at Web3 events? Where do you see Elixir attending the next event?
Yeah, so currently we haven't really, the next event is going to be here. There is a phenomenal event happening in May. It's called LangChain. It's basically infrastructure for creating LLMs, AI-related stuff, no Web3 at all. We're going to be there as well here, hosting as well some side events and participating. Regarding Web3 events, we usually come to the main events, including Dubai Token Trade 49, the whole Korea Blockchain Week, Tokyo Game Show as well. So yeah, we do have a strong presence in the Japanese market as well, due to our backers and to our customers. So we normally go to APAC regions and conferences too. So that's where we usually go. Singapore as well. And of course, we are not going to miss Breakpoint this year as we typically do every year.
Yeah, don't forget, Accelerate is in May in New York. And I don't know, I'm hearing whispers of gaming. So you got to make sure you put that on your calendar.
If those whispers are there, then I might show up too.
Carlos, you're here in San Francisco, outside of GDC, outside of the gaming conference. What's something cool that here in San Francisco you've been able to experience, or are you looking forward to? Is it the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, In-N-Out Burger, Tony Pizza? Tell me, give me the alpha on the city.
So Tony Pizza was in our side event, and that's why we like it so much, the food. So I've been doing some hiking on the Muir Goods, the Sequoia Park.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it so far. I haven't done so much activities around that. So alphas regarding activities and events around the city, that's been pretty much it. A bunch of private meetings. So all
We
the
gotta
time.
get you out of the
Yeah,
meetings
yeah,
and get you out and touch grass. You know you gotta touch grass,
I have to
right?
touch grass and swim as well, do physical stuff as well that regarding the elements. But yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah. Look, Carlos, man, I appreciate you coming down to the show. We're really looking to keep expanding the games on Solana, the developers on Solana, really help the message, amplify the message that's happening on Solana. I think this is the very beginning of marketing of gaming on Solana. There's a very bright future. There's a very great marketing strategy and roadmap in place that Solana and us have put together. So really excited to collaborate with you, really excited to work with you on the upcoming endeavors. And hey, before you get off, tell them where they need to follow you. Where do we find Elixir Games? What's the website? What do they need to download?
Yeah, for sure. So our website is elixir.games. The X handle is elixir_games. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just go there, check it out. Make sure to subscribe because we make content. When we make it, content is really good. So yeah.
And
that's
Carlos,
it.
what's your Twitter account to make sure we
Yeah,
slide
yeah.
into your
Mine
DMs?
as a founder, I am Carlos Roldan X. So you can just have it there.
There you go. Carlos Roldan X on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Slide into his messages. If you're a game developer, you need to make sure you find out what he's doing because he's looking at ways to keep growing and he could help you. He has the tools. He has the UA already. He has the users. He has, the enterprise clients, as he says. This is the time to make sure you're connecting with Carlos. So slide into his DM. And this is another episode of the Creator House here, sponsored by Solana. But before I go, I realized that he's going to go hiking. Carlos, when you go hiking, I need you to make sure you have the official cup.
Okay.
This is the Stay Liquid cup for the Creator House. Not only do you have to stay liquid in the market, but you got to stay liquid in real life and be well hydrated. So while you're on that hike, hey man, stay liquid.
I will, man. Thank you.
All right, Carlos, take care, man.
Cheers.